just so we can see how the level we're running.
Hey, you're here with Sounds of the D. My name's Alicia Hunter, and we're live at 5E listening to Collective Peace. So tell me the origin of Collective Peace. How did you guys come together?
I guess Saxon, I just got that one on. Okay, so that's so funny. We're in the birthplace of Collective Peace.
The Mecca.
The Mecca of
Right.
Collective Peace. Like seriously,
This is home.
not necessarily this particular building, but wherever 5E is, that's the birthplace of Collective Peace. It was Dilla Day, 2010, 2010.
After we was like, I don't know, we don't have a band name. Like we threw around some names and joked around. We was like, I did saxophone, like whatever. You know, we just kind of threw some stuff out, and then we was like, well, we really don't have a name. We're just a collective piece of musicians, and we just get together and we have fun. And she like stood up and she took the mic from me. She was like, that's your name right there. Your name is Collective Peace. And everybody was like, yes.
It stuck.
We was
Like,
like-
it literally stuck.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
It
I
did.
mean,
I'm loving your smile, the way you get down. I ain't see no one else. It's you by yourself, in spite of the crowd. Baby, no one else. Coming on with the tip. Never respected it. Now make open with my addiction.
Speaking of your style, you guys are really you have your own distinct sound, and it sounds real jazzy. Most people may say like a new jazz sonic sound. How would you describe your sound?
anybody?
You probably.
I would probably say that it's jazz, more jazz evolved, you know, because a lot of people tend to put jazz with a specific age demographic, but when we're doing it, we're not looking at an age, we're not looking at a color, we're not looking at, you know, how much money you make, none of that. We're just here to make good music, and the music that feels organic and wholesome to us, you know, and it just so happens to be in a jazz sense. You know, so what better way to call it than jazz? I mean, it is kind of a conglomerate of everything. You know, you got classical aspects, you got 5 elements of hip hop in our music, you got jazz, you know, you got R&B, of course you got soul, you know, so it's a little bit of everything, but
Hip hop.
it's well, I say hip hop.
You did.
How do you guys keep the harmony between yourselves?
We laugh a lot.
Yeah, I just want to say we joke a lot. I mean, we can't say anything without somebody joking around or making a joke out of it. We just laughing, but we still of course get the work done. But
Most time.
somehow,
Most importantly,
Yeah.
we're all a family.
yeah.
I mean, with this particular unit, we've been together for
2 years now.
almost
Yeah,
2 years
yeah.
now. So we're talking weekly rehearsals, gigs. So we probably see one another at least 3-4 times in some avenue, 3-4 times a week. We have this group text, and literally every day, all day, we're texting, we're talking to each other. So like, we're all brothers and sisters. So just one big happy family.
It's been real crazy to let me fall. Feeling so unsure, you don't know what to say. But what can you say? A simple melody seems to be the remedy. All that you need, it might improve your day. Oh, let the music play. Oh, let the music play. Let the music play.
My question is this: is it a democratic process when you guys are selecting which songs are going to go on the album, or is it more of a dictatorship
No,
in
it's,
this
it's,
family?
it's,
Dictatorship. It sure is. Oh, absolutely.
not going on my album.
Whatever you
I will
say,
not
we
play
have
this
to
song. I quit.
I'm
Fire
out.
the drummer. No, it's hi Marcus.
Hi,
It's definitely like, hey, what do you guys think about it? It's all about what the majority says. It's definitely majority rules. Just because it's named under me doesn't mean that it's all about me. Definitely not the situation. What my plan was to do was to take target audience that I've had from the previous albums and projects that I've done and bring it over, cross it over to this band. Because as a band we are still new. We're still young, and we don't have any music that anybody knows like on the radio or stuff like that. So what I wanted to do was take the audience that I have and say, hey guys, this is what I'm doing now. So anytime you see me, you're gonna see these guys. And this is the movement that you need to be a part of.
I'm gonna take my time. We gon' get hurt before I'm gonna take it slow. I'm not gonna rush the show, so she can get a sexual seduction, so I can get a sexual seduction. Whoa. Sexual seduction. Hey, those snaps is nasty, dog. She might be with him, but she leaving with me, yeah. And all that we ever do is lay in the sheet.
Well, from my research, it seems like you guys are heavy campaigners for the Detroit music scene, and you're very passionate about what you guys do. What's the story behind the passion?
Well, it's pretty much being a musician from Detroit. You hold a certain, you're held at a certain level. Few of us have had opportunities to perform out of the state, even out of the country, and when people find out that you're from Detroit, you just see this glow and this smile. They're like, "Oh my God, you're from Detroit! Did you know Dilla?" It's just a pride that we have. And right now, I was telling somebody the other day, like, Detroit music's in a very good spot because there are a lot of dope artists. There's a lot of wonderful singers. There are some great bands on the come up, amazing MCs, and that it hasn't been like this in a very, very long time. So as a collective, we try to make sure that we represent our peers as well. Because it's never just about us. You know, we want to make sure that anybody that we touch knows that Detroit is the happening place.
You guys have a new album coming up in the works. If so, what's the name of it? When can we hear it?
We're just doing shows and getting interviews and stuff. We're not. We do. We our first album as a band is named Sax Appeal, Introducing Collective Peace. So this is technically Sax Appeal's third installment, but our first installment. So we are slated to release on March 13th, better known as
Detroit Day!
Say what?